Hey guys, it's your girl Joyceline Kay. You're welcome again to my YouTube channel. Please, if you just stumbled across this video, please help us and click the subscribe button before we continue. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back. Today we are going to be doing a skirt. We are going to be making this skirt, okay? So this is actually very easy, and it's not like I usually say it's actually very easy. This is actually very easy. Yes, I'll be telling you how you can make small size, and like in short, all sizes. It's so easy. All you need to do is know how to do your double crochet stitch, because it's double crochet stitch all through, but at the band I did a slip stitch. I splitted the stitch, okay? I splitted the stitch. I'll show you how I'm going to do that, okay? And what else? Then there's this fringe right here that I'm also going to show you how to put it. Okay, so get your materials ready now. The materials that I would be using would be this yarn. It's 100% acrylic. I got it from Walmart. I'm in the United States of America. If you're in Africa and you want to use something similar to this, I would advise you to get the Yeye yarn, or any yarn that is close to Yeye original one, okay? Don't get the baby wool or the ones that pull out too much. Now, I love it because it's very durable and it's sustainable and durable. The weight of this yarn is 198 grams. This particular ball is 198 grams. I don't know if I'll finish this. I think I have some halves that I'm going to use, but I'll advise you get somewhere around 198 to 300 grams of yarn, okay? So if you're using Yeye, I guess Yeye is 50 grams per ball, so you approximate it, you calculate it to the amount that would be okay for you. The length, if I should be giving you by length, the total length of this by yards is 364 yards, okay? By meters is 333 meters. Like I said, I don't know if I'll use this one completely or if I'll also need another one. I'm not sure. If I remember, I'm going to tell you guys. If I don't, I'm really sorry. You can ask me in the comment section, okay? Of course you need your scissors, and then you need your tape for your measurement, because you have to know how to measure all sizes. Please, for the measurements, how are you going to know how to do for yourself, or for a person that is bigger than you or smaller than you? All you have to do is go to Google out the size chart for ladies, okay? And you get the waist chart. So for a small size, you make the waist for a small size. But for me, what I do is, if the waist of a medium size is 28 or 29, for example, a medium size can be 28, a medium size can also be 29, right? So if for me that have 29 size waist, what I usually do is do 27 or even 26, because if you wear this, or when you wear this, you will have to stretch it. Acrylic yarn stretch a lot, okay? So you make it 2 inches to the size that you want to do. For example, if you're making a small size, you reduce by 2 inches, okay? So if you're making a medium size that is 29, make sure you reduce by 2 inches. So you're making a 27 length for the waist, or even 26, depending on how stretchy your crochet stitch are, like how much space you have between your crochet stitch. Some people crochet very tight, so their stitch are not very stretchy, so I advise those type of people to do 27. But if you know that you crochet like me, that my crochet stitch, you can see, is stretchy, because my crochet stitch are not very tight, it's very stretchy, so you do a smaller size, okay? Then for the pin, I'm using a pin 3.75 millimeters. you can use anything between 2.25 millimeters or 2.5 millimeters to 4 millimeters. Okay, so if you have 2.5, if you have 3 millimeters, if you have 4 millimeters, you can use it. For me, I'm using 3.75 millimeters. So guys, I'm going to start by making 10 chains as my bottom chain for my band, because I'll be doing the band first. The first one I'm not counting. I've done a chain, but it's the bottom, so I'm not counting. I'll start from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now we have this. I'm going to do a double crochet on the 4th stitch. That means I'm skipping 1 2 3 chains, and I'm going to the 4th place. I'm making a double crochet stitch. So I'm making double crochet stitch till the end of these chains. So I'm at the end of this chain. Right now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 stitches, and I don't even know why I counted it. It doesn't matter how many you have there, as long as you did your 10 chain is good. So you do your 3 chains and then you turn, and now we are going to split the stitch. So we are splitting it into 2, and we are working on just 1 knobs. Okay, they have 2 knobs right here, so you split each of the stitch and you work on just one side to give you the band effect. So I'm going to do just that, splitting each stitch into 2. I'm making a double crochet on one side of the knob or the loop. Some people call it loop, some people call it knob. So I'm working on just one side of the loop. So at this end, we have the last stitch here. You can choose to also split it and work on one side of the loop. But this is stressing me. I don't like the stress of finding that knob, because this place is chain stitch, okay? It's not like a direct double crochet stitch. So because of that, I don't like the stress. I just go in and I do double crochet stitch on this place, like I go into where I find my space, and I'm going to do my double crochet stitch there. It will not show, nobody's gonna know, okay? But that's not the right thing to do, but that is what I always do, okay? So I will do my 3 chains and turn, and then I'll continue repeating the same thing. I split the stitch, work on one side of the loops. I think this is called the back loop or the front loop. The front loop is the one that is facing you, or the one that is not facing you. I don't know. Just work on one side of the loop, guys. So I'm going to repeat this and show you guys how long I would make it. So one thing that you have to understand is at this place, let me loosen. So this is the last stitch. If you don't get to the last stitch, you realize that your what's it called, your stitches will not be complete. For you to be sure that your stitches are complete, you have to the stitch below, you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 plus the last one, which is 3 chains turn, right? That is 8 stitch. Remember, 3 chains and turn is your first double crochet stitch, so we are counting with that. So I'm just doing this explanation for those that their band would be going big, they'll come back small, they'll go back big. So for you to be consistent with the length, you have to count. If you're not sure if you've actually gotten to the end, all you need to do, because it might not show, because mine is showing that I've not gotten to the end, but yours might not show. So all you have to do is count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? Then we count this stitch to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it's remaining 1 stitch to complete 8. Okay, so that explanation is for those that are total beginners or really new or intermediate, and they don't understand why it keeps going big and small. Okay, now so another thing I'm going to say, that one is if you want to make it straight without it being small in some places. Now some people would be increasing here without knowing that they are increasing. How do you do that? Now after your 3 chains, instead of you to go down below the chains as on your first double crochet stitch like this, ignore this first stitch because your 3 chains is already your first double crochet stitch, so that goes with the first stitch. Okay, so you're not going to add again on the first stitch. What you have to do is go to the second stitch and start crocheting from there like this. Okay, so this your 3 chain is your first double crochet stitch. Then after that you're crocheting on the second one. Okay, that way you not add like this, you not do this. If you do this, you automatically increase, and you might not even see it until after like 10 rows you realize that this thing is increasing, this thing is growing. What did I do? And you might not even see it. You see it's not even showing that it increased. It's not showing that I just increased. So you have to be very careful of this mistake. Don't make this mistake. So the next thing here is just to go to the second stitch and crochet all the way down, and then you do your 3 chains and turn. So I'm going to do this till I get to the length I want it to be. Good. Guys, so I have completed the band and this is the length. See, I stretched it though. I did not just drop it on the floor and measure it like that, because normally if you wear it, it will stretch. But if I drop it on the floor and measure it like that, it's 26. Okay, but of course it's more than that. It's even up to 30. You can see, yeah, it's even up to 30 inches. If you stretch it, it's more than it. So I believe this is perfectly fine for me. It's perfectly okay for me. So I'm going to start now to crochet. I'm going to start now to crochet it, and you can see the pattern that is on the, it's not straight. Okay, it gives it that band look. Normally some people tell you to do half double crochet, but I decided to do double crochet because it makes it easier, it makes it grow faster, and I don't like plenty work. I don't want to get bored crocheting, you understand? But if you can do half double crochet, you do it, and then you do it till the length that you want it to be. So when you finally get the length like this, all you have to do is join the 2 sides together, the side and this side, you join them together. How do you join it together? I'm going to put in my hook, bring out this yarn, and make a single crochet. So I'm taking from one side of the stitch to the other side of the stitch. I would have said you should keep splitting the stitch, but I am not doing that for this. Guys, I want to wear this thing tomorrow, so I'm kind of in a hurry. So I'm just not going to do anything that will waste my time. After all, nobody's gonna know. So I'm just doing double crochet, and trust me, it's perfect, it's professional, it's ethical. So this is how it looks right now, and I'm just going to do 3 chains at this point. So 3 chains. I've done one already before, so I'm going into the next available space and I'm making a double crochet stitch. Now each of this thing is a row. We have rows of double crochet stitches, so I'm going to put 2 double crochet stitches in each of this row. That's 1, this is 2. So I'm going to put double crochet stitch on this other one too. Now each of this row have a space. Now this one is double crochet stitch, double crochet stitch. So there's a space between this row where you can actually, if you were crocheting upward like this space here is also here. Okay, so this space I'm going to put 1 double crochet here, then 2 double crochet here. Here I have no space because this place is a chain space, it's not an original double crochet stitch. So for this place I'm going to put 2 double crochet stitch. But when I get to an original double crochet stitch that is not a chain stitch, I have a space there right here before the middle of the row, which I'm going to put 1 double crochet stitch here and 2 double crochet stitch here. Then this place is a chain stitch. So after every chain stitch you have an original double crochet stitch. So for an original double crochet stitch you're putting 3 in the same space, or you put a double crochet stitch first, then you put 2 more here. But for a chain stitch you're putting 2 double crochet stitch in the row in this place. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do right now. If you don't understand, so that is what I mean. I'm going to do this round till I get to this end. Okay guys, so this is how it looks right now. I have gotten to the end, and I'm just going to slip stitch or split. No, right here is slip stitch, okay, but you're splitting it at the same time. So on this stitch you're splitting, then you're slip stitching like that. You know, slip stitch is when you do this. When you do this, you slip stitch there, right? But split stitch while slip stitching is when you split this one into 2 and then you now slip it into this place without doing a single crochet or anything. That is the difference. Okay, so that was a side note, by the way. So after that I'm going to do 3 chains, go to the next stitch and make a double crochet stitch. Now on the second row I'm going to start increasing immediately. Sometimes what I do is I just go the 3rd row, the 2nd row without increasing, but for this I think I'm going to increase. So let's do this. If you've watched my previous videos, you see how I say that, okay, when you want to start increasing, you increase on either 2 places on 1 row, or you increase on 4 places. So on this one I'm going to increase on just 2 places, okay, on the same row. But if you increase on 4 places, that means the next row you're not increasing again. So let me assume I'm increasing here. I'm going to find an equivalent place that is the direct opposite place from this place. Yeah, I'm going to find that direct opposite and increase there. So that's how I'm going to increase. So for example, now I'm increasing here. So right here I'm putting 1, 2 in the same place. So I'm going to continue the next one without increasing, the next one without increasing, until I get to this place. Until I get to this place, then I'll increase here too, assuming that the numbers of chain of double crochet here and the numbers of double crochet here, they are the same numbers. Let me say this one is 25, this one is 25. Okay, that's how I'm going to increase. I'm not saying I'm counting it, but I'm saying if you can count it, you count it. But like I said, I'm in a hurry and I'm just like predicting and determining which in most cases I'm usually right because I'm an expert. I know I'm showing you guys, but then with this explanation I'm very sure that you understand what I'm saying. So if you can count it, you count it, and make sure you are in the direct opposite when you are increasing. So you do that for every row, but the next row I'm going to show you guys how I would also increase, so that you not make a very simple mistake that so many people do. Okay, so I'm at the end of the second row, and now this is a simple mistake that so many people usually do, right? When you have increased here, the next row, do not increase in this place again. Okay, so the next row we are going to increase somewhere around here and here. So you find another place, but it must be edge to edge. That means it must be, if you're increasing here, you're making sure that you're increasing at this other end. You understand what I'm saying? So don't make the mistake of increasing in this place 2 times, in 2 consecutive times. You understand? That's a very simple mistake that can be very dangerous to your crochet. It might spoil your work. It might make it look triangular or something. You just see one side growing more than the other side. You'll not like it. Okay, so now I'm going to also increase on this row. In short, I'm going to be increasing on every row 2 times till I get to the 5th row. So this is the 3rd row. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to increase on this one 2 times 2, and then on the 4th one 2 times, and then on the 5th one 2 times. Then I would check my work, then show you guys the next thing to do, or the next way to increase. Okay, so I have gotten to the row 5, and due to my normal culture right here, I don't count by rows, I count by inches. Okay, so I am going to do this from top to bottom. This is like 5 inches or 4.5, let's say 4.5 inches, and from the waistband down here is 3 inches. Okay, so 3 inches, that is where I am. And normally what I'll do is to start increasing 4 times for the next 2 rows. So I guess that's what we'll do now. Let's assume that we have our stitch markers, and we use it to mark our crochet piece like this, right? So we are going to increase on all these places that we mark. So I'll do my regular double crochet, then I get here, I'll increase here, and increase here too. Then this is 4 times on the same row. Then the next row I will also increase 4 times. Then after that I would not increase 4 times again, I will just be increasing 2 times. I want to do this because it is increasing slowly. That means the increase here is slow, and I want to fasten the pace at which the hip increase. Okay, that's why I'm increasing 4 times on 2 rows, consecutive rows, right before I start increasing just 2 times. So this is row 5. So row 7 I would stop, then I'll start increasing just 2 times. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. Then I'll let you guys know when I'll stop increasing, the row at which, or the length at which I'll stop increasing. So for now I'm going to increase right here. So right here I'll put 1, I'll put 2 in this same place, then I'll just continue until I get to the next place where I marked. Okay, I just completed the row 7 now, and I'm going to continue by adding on 2 places till further notice. The further notice I'm going to show you guys in the next clip. Okay, so I'm going to show you how many rows I'll go before I'll stop increasing. Okay guys, so I'm on row 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and I just finished increasing here, and now I feel like it's okay for me, I don't know. So I'm going to stop increasing right here. Okay, so I'm going to stop increasing. Let me show you how long it is. So it is from here down is 6 inches, and from up down is 8 inches. So I'm going to stop increasing. Now I'm just going to continue doing my double crochet without increasing. You can see how it is. It's like a V because this side have more stitches than this side. So I feel like it's okay for me. It's big enough. Without stretching it, it's 18 inches. 18 plus 18 is 34, I guess. Yes, it's supposed to be 36. 18 plus 18 is supposed to be 36 now. So 18 plus 18 is 36. You can see, yeah. So 36 inches. By the time you wear it and you stretch it, it will definitely get to like 40 to 41 inches. So I feel like it's okay for me there like that. So I'm going to stop increasing, and I will just keep crocheting down like this. Okay guys, so we've done 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18. So we've done 18 rows, and I told you when I stopped increasing, right? So now I have been going. You can see this place to this place is straight, like it's not a V. You can see the difference. I think from here it's showing there already. So now I'm going to reduce. That's because I want the leg or the down parts to be smaller. So I'm going to reduce, and for me to reduce, I'll reduce the same way I increased. That is, I'm going to be reducing in 2 places on the same row. So I'm going to reduce, and I'll do like 5 to 6 more rows, then I'll stop and I'll come to the end of this. So I'm sure most of us know how to reduce, but if you don't know how to reduce, this is how I am reducing. Okay, let me show you. So if I want to reduce here, I'll have to make this knob and this knob to be 1. That means I'll put it there like that without completing it. Then I'll go to the next place. Sorry, I'll take my double crochet, go to the next place, and then I'll do this. And then I'll take everything together. That way I have made 2 places to be 1, to have just 1 knob. And after reducing here, I'm going to reduce somewhere around here, just like I showed you guys. So I'm going to be reducing just 1 2 on the same row. When I get to another row, I'll reduce here and here too. So this is just what I'm going to be doing till I get to the end, reducing 2 sides the way we added. The same way we added is the same way we are going to be reducing. So like I said, this is row 18. I'm going to do this for row 19 and row 20, row 21, 22, 23. I'll end either at 23 or 24, okay, because I don't want it to be too long. But if you want it to be long, you can keep going down. But for me, that's how long I would make it to be. Then I'll show you guys the next thing to do, which is the next thing I'm going to do is this. When I'm done with this, I'm going to just get the strands. I'll wrap the strand around a box like this. Then I'll pull it out. I think I've shown you guys how to do that. I'll pull it out, and then I'll cut it. Then I'll use it. I'm going to show you when I cut it how it will look like. So I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to use this bottle. Okay, you can use any bottle. You can even use anything at all. Hey guys, okay, I have a few things to say so you don't make a mistake. So you can see how this place comes down like this, right? That's because I reduced 4 times on the same row. When I started reducing, you can see some of the stitch. You can see this one and this one have one knob right here. These 2 stitch have one knob here, and I also reduced here 1, 2, and then I reduced at the back too. You can see here. So I reduced more than 2 times, like I told you guys. So I reduced 4 or 5 times on the same row, just to make sure that I get it to be as small as possible. And then the total row is 24. I have 24 rows from here to here. The length from here down is 12 inches, 12 and a half inches, 12 and a half inches. You can see here 12 and a half inches. From up down is 14 inches. Okay, and don't forget it stretches. So, but I'm not looking at that, I'm just measuring it like this. So it's 14 inches from up, like from up here to down here is 14 inches. I guess that's the only thing I need to show you guys. I'm going to show you now how I will. Okay, so I let me use this one, the remaining of it. I was so scared that it would not be enough, but thank God, God being so good, this is actually enough. So I'm going to use this and wrap around this thing like this. So I'm going to wrap it around, then take it off, and then put it into this place, which I'll show you guys just now. Okay, so I'm going to take this off just like that. And of course you have to make it to the how much you want it. If you make a little bit, and then I'm just trying to avoid making too much. If you make a little bit and you do it and it's not enough, you can always do another one. One thing I forgot to say too, I did a chain that I use for the waist. I'm sure you guys know how to do the chains, right? It's just regular chain, but I double the strands and I just pass it through the waist like that. So right now what I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to use 3 strands each, and I'm going to pass it through. I'm going to pass it through the stitches. Okay, I'm going to pass it through the stitches, like this place. This is where I'm going to put it. Okay, so you just pass it through like this, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes. So you have to make sure that it is equal. You can see the mistake I did here. You don't want to make that mistake, so you have to make sure that all the length is equal. And that's it. And at the end of the day, you can come back and cut it or make it the length that you want it to be. But for now, I'm just going to pass it through like this. So don't skip any place, just go the next one you put it, the next one you put it. So this is how it looks when you're done putting it on every stitch without skipping any stitch. It looks so beautiful. And now I had to cut it to make sure that they are of the same length. My scissors was not very sharp, but I struggled my way through and I actually did it right. So thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Please guys, don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section and like this video. You can also share this video to your friends and your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. My next video is going to be a bomb. So I'm dropping the tutorial for the boho corset top and I'm super excited about it. It's been recorded already, so don't go anywhere. If you've not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Okay, thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.